Good morning, class 11. How are you all? Hope you all will be fine in your home. Okay, so now we are going to start our second part of this chapter. In first part, we have learned about the characteristics of living. First characteristics, grow. We have already discussed about the characteristics grow, and it is not a defining property of a living organism, because every living organism or non-living organism can with grow with grow their mass, so it is not a defining property. Now second one, reproduction is a characteristics of living organism. As we all know that the living organism can reproduce, they can reproduce their progeny, okay, increase their number, increase in their species. Like in growth, the characteristics of growth, it is also comes like organism can increase in numbers and increase in their mass, okay. And it is also characteristics of non-living, that mass of the non-livings like mountains, है ना, sand mountains are increasing their mass, so it is not a defining property. Growth is not a defining property of a living organism. Now we are continuing the reproduction, so let's start the topic reproduction. In unicellular organism, reproduction refers to the production of progeny, okay, production of progeny, features more or less similar to those to their parents. As we all know, that reproduction means producing their progeny and they are similar to their parents. Invariably and intensity, invariably means mostly we say we refer to sexual reproduction. Organism reproduced by asexual means, ठीक है, mostly we considered sexual reproduction, but we also know that organism reproduced asexually. Most of the organisms are present in the earth crust which reproduce asexually means they need only single parent for their reproduction. Like fungi multiply and spread easily due to the millions of asexual spores they produce, ठीक है. In lower organisms like yeast and hydra we observe budding. In planaria like flatworms we observe true generation. Fragmented organism regenerates the lost part of the body and becomes a new organism. The fungi, the filamentous stage, the protonema of mosses, and all easily multiply by fragmentation. So here are the examples of asexual reproduction, that most of the organism can reproduce asexually by fragmentation, regeneration, budding, okay, by cell division also. Now talk about the single cell organism. Unicellular organism of like amoeba, bacteria reproduce synonymous with growth, ठीक है, increase in the number of the cells. Cell division will take place. We have already defined growth as equivalent to increase in cell number or mass. Hence we notice that in single cell organisms we are not very clear about the usage of these two terms, ठीक है. Growth and reproductive, further there are many organisms which do not reproduce. So वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट ग्रोथ, बिकॉज कि ग्रोथ में क्या हो रहा है, मास भी इंक्रीज हो रहा है, नंबर भी इंक्रीज हो रहा है, सो इट इज़ नॉट अ डिफाइनिंग प्रॉपर्टी, इट इज़ नॉट करेक्ट. इन reproduction also, most of the animals reproduce asexually and generally we consider the reproduction sexual reproduction, but most of the organisms are present in the earth crust which reproduced asexually, and some organisms are also there which doesn't reproduce, their number will not increase, like also cannot, like here is the organisms like worker bees, infertile human couples, mussels, sterile worker bees, and infertile human couples. Here human couples are there which are, those are not infertile, ovum and sperms were not formed. Worker bees are there, so many organisms are there which are also not reproduce. So according to that property we will also that as reproduction is not also a defining property of living, okay. Reproduction is also not defining characteristics of living. Of course non-living objects are not capable of reproducing or replicating by itself. So the reproduction is a not at all defining property of what? Defining property of livings. So another characteristic of life is metabolism. In the starting, I have already told you about metabolism because it is a new word for you all. Metabolism, so many chemical activities are taking place inside our body. ठीक है, in every living creature so many chemical activities are taking place, which is called as metabolism. So all living organisms are made up of chemicals. Those chemicals, small and big, belonging to their various classes, sizes, functions, etc., are constantly being made and changed into some other biomolecules. They are already being made and changes into biomolecules. Like I said, glucose in our body is by this metabolism activity breaks up into 2-pyruvic acid. ठीक है, so many chemical activities are there, their sizes, their functions are different, their sizes are different. So these chemical activities, thousands of metabolic activities, chemical reaction occurring simultaneously inside the living organism, which is called as metabolism. There are here, I am already told you this conversation of chemical reaction or metabolic reaction. There are thousands of metabolic reactions occurring simultaneously inside the living organism. The organism may be यूनिसेलुलर और मल्टी सेलुलर. ठीक है, सारे लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म में होता है. द ऑर्गेनिज्म में भी यूनिसेलुलर और मल्टी सेलुलर. ठीक है, ऑल प्लांट्स, यूनिसेलुलर मीन्स सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म, मल्टी सेलुलर मीन्स मेड अप ऑफ 2 or more cells. So the chemical activities, this metabolism takes place in every living organism, whether they are unicellular or multicellular. All plants, fungi, animals and microbes exhibited metabolism. As I told you, they exhibited metabolism. The sum total of the chemical reaction occurring in our body is metabolism. No non-living objects exhibited metabolism. This is clear that in every living organism metabolism activities takes place, but in non-living organism this metabolic activities is not exhibited. Okay, metabolism reaction can be demonstrated outside the body in the cell-free system, and isolated metabolic reactions outside the body of the organism performed in a test tube is neither living or non-living. Hence, while metabolism is a defining features of organism without expectation, isolated metabolic reaction in vitro are non-living things but surely living reaction. This metabolism activities also can take place in the test tube, outside, in vitro, inside the human body, inside the living body, or outside the living body. So this metabolic activity can be a defining property of living organism. Okay, hence cellular organization of the body is a defining feature of life forms. So this metabolism activity can be takes place inside the living organism or outside the living organism. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं होता कि कोई भी बॉडी किसी भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म में मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटीज ना हो. इट इज नॉट ट्रू, होता ही है. वेदर दे आर सिंगल सेल्ड, multicellular organism, prokaryotic, eukaryote, whatever it is, they produce singly, they produce asexually, whether they produce sexually, no matters is there. The metabolism activities takes place, chemical reaction will takes place inside the living organism. So we can say that this metabolism or cellular organization of the body is the defining features of life form. It is the defining features of living. Metabolism is the defining feature. Perhaps the most obvious and technically complicated feature of all living organism is the ability to sense their surrounding or the environment. So we the human beings, we have that type of ability that we can sense the surroundings. ठीक है, we can feel it. हमारे अंदर ये एबिलिटी है, रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं, वी रिस्पॉन्ड टू द एनवायरमेंट. Okay, plants and animals are also that type of ability to sense their surroundings and respond to the surroundings, which is could be physical, chemical or biological. This sense this could be physical, biological or chemical. We can react, we can sense this surrounding. It could be biological, chemical or physical. Plants respond to the external factor like light, water and temperature. Like I said, plants also respond to the factors, external factors like light, water, temperature and other organism, pollutants, etc. All organisms from the prokaryotic, the most complex eukaryotic, can sense and respond to the environment. Photoperiodic affects reproduction in seasonal breeds, both plants and animals. All organisms handle chemical entering their bodies. All organisms therefore are aware of their surrounding. Human beings is the only organism who is aware to himself, has self-consciousness. So here it is written that every living organisms like plants, animals, human beings, they can felt their surroundings. They can feel their surroundings, sense their surroundings. Whether they are plants and animals, plants can sense, plants can respond to their surrounding like external features like light, water, temperature. Whether the organisms are prokaryotic or eukaryotic, they respond to their surroundings. Like human beings, whatever the chemical activities were entering in our body, in the living creatures, it can be सेंसिबल. ठीक है, सारी चीज़ों से वो उसको रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे. ह्यूमन बींग्स आर द ओनली ऑर्गेनिजम्स विच अवेयर ऑफ हिमसेल्फ. उनको पता रहता है सारी चीज़ों के बारे में. दे कैन एक्सप्रेस, ठीक है, दे कैन बी अवेयर ऑफ हिमसेल्फ, हैज सेल्फ कॉन्सिक्वेंसनेस. ओके, वी हैव अवर सेल्फ कॉन्सिक्वेंसनेस. दिस characteristics not in the plants or animals or other living creature. Human beings are the only one. Okay, now here is two term is there, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic, hope you will all know that, but बता देती हूँ फिर से. Prokaryotics means prokaryotic are the cell made organism made up of, are the organism made up of cell that lack of cell nucleus or any other membrane organelles. ठीक है, prokaryotic cells have no defined well nucleus, other cell organelles are there, they are primitive cells. Okay, and eukaryotic just opposite, they have well defined nucleus and other cell organelles and cell membrane. Okay, this is the basic difference between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. Now when it comes to human beings, it is all more difficult to define the living state. Okay, when it comes to human beings, it is most difficult to define the living state. we कैसे लिविंग स्टेट को डिफाइन करना मुश्किल होता है. वी नो दैट वी आर द ह्यूमन बींग्स, हम जिंदा हैं, हमारा लिविंग स्टेट को बट व्हेन अ पेशेंट goes to the position of coma, ना हम उसको मरा हुआ बोलते हैं. द पेशेंट शुड नॉट सेड टू बी डेड और अलाइव. all the organs were work except the brain. So you can define the human beings whether the patient is dead or alive. So we observe the patient of coma in the hospital virtually supported by machines. Okay, the patient is supported by machine, replace heart and lungs. The patient is otherwise brain dead. ठीक है, सारे organs, the most organs are working with the help of machines, but the brain is dead. So it is difficult to connect ki whether the patient is alive or dead. It is a state. Okay, are such patients who never come back to normal life. They are the such patient who never come back. Rarely it will happen, but most of the time they are not come back to their life. So in higher classes, you will come to know all the living phenomena are due to underlying interaction. Properties are not present. The properties of tissues are they both are. The properties of one thing is not present in the other. In higher classes, you will study all these things, but they are interconnected to each other. The properties of tissues are not present in the cell, but tissues are made up of cell. Okay, the organs, the properties of organs are not in the properties of tissue, but the organs are made up of tissue. So they are interconnected to each other, but their properties are not present in between them. सारे की properties अलग अलग हैं, but they are interrelated. Cells is made up of tissue is made up of, नहीं sorry, cells are the single cell, sorry, cells are single, but tissue is made up of group of cells. Okay, now the group of tissue made the organ and the group of organ make a organ system. ठीक है, लेकिन किसी के पास एक दूसरे की प्रॉपर्टी प्रेजेंट नहीं होती. their properties are different, but they are made up of the same thing. Similarly, properties of cellular organs are not present in the molecular constituents of the organisms, but arises as a result of the interaction among the molecular components comprising the organelles. These interactions result in emergent properties at higher level of organization. This phenomena is true in the hierarchy of organization complexity at all. Therefore, we can say that living organisms are self-replicating, evolving and self-regulating interactive system capable of responding to external stimuli. Biology. So here we can say that living organisms are made up of their external stimuli and they are capable to respond their external stimuli. ठीक है, living organism के अंदर इतनी property होती है कि they can respond to their external stimuli. Okay, the cells, molecular cells are not made up of cellular cell, but their properties are different. They made up of different things, but their property can interrelate to each other. ठीक है, हमारा skin दूसरी चीज़ से बना है, हमारे इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स दूसरी चीज़ से बने हैं, बट व्हेन द समथिंग वी फील फर्स्ट आवर स्किन नोटिस्ड, देन इट विल गोज टू आवर ब्रेन. मेड अप ऑफ डिफरेंट थिंग्स, बट उनका वर्क क्या है, एक दूसरे से इंटरकनेक्टेड है. सो वी कैन रिस्पॉन्ड टू द एक्सटर्नल स्टिमुली. यही इसमें लिखा हुआ है. सेल्स आर डिफरेंट, tissues are different, their works are different, but tissue is made up of cell. Okay, these things are written here. Now, biology is the story of life on earth. Biology is the story of evolution of living organism on earth. All living organism present, past and future linked to one another by the sharing of common genetic material, but to varying degrees. ठीक है, biology सिंपल, ये इंट्रोडक्शन था. बायोलॉजी इज मेड ऑफ द लिविंग वर्ल्ड का. बायोलॉजी इज मेड अप ऑफ लाइफ. इट इज मेड अप ऑफ डिस्कवरीज, स्टोरीज ऑफ इवोल्यूशन, एवरीथिंग अबाउट ह्यूमन बींग्स, एनिमल, प्लांट्स एंड देयर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. एवरीथिंग बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट है, सो इंटरेस्टिंग. इट इज लिंक्ड अबाउट पास्ट, फ्यूचर एंड प्रेजेंट. दे आर लिंक्ड टुगेदर एंड शेयरिंग वन कॉमन जेनेटिक मटेरियल, बट दे आर वेरिंग जनरेशन टू जनरेशन. वो डिफरेंट हो जाते हैं डिफरेंट डिग्रीज से. ठीक है, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट दिस चैप्टर क्लियरली. दिस इज द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द चैप्टर. नाउ 4 characteristics we have already learned, 4 or 5 characteristics of living. First one is grow, but not a defining property. Second one is reproduction, it is also not defining property. Third one metabolism, it is a defining property, you can say. ठीक है, becomes the defining property. And consequences, respond to the stimuli, it is a defining property because every living organism respond and they have a sense. ठीक है, वो respond करते हैं whether they are prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Now the living, the diversity. अब इसके बाद हमको पता चल गया living क्या है, what is living. Now we start the diversity in the living world. The topic diversity in the living world. ठीक है, diversity in the living world. If you look around, you will see a large variety of living organisms. ठीक है, अपने आसपास के एरिया में देखो. If you will see in your locality, in your area, so many diversity of living things you can see. ठीक है, different types of plants, animals, their characteristics, their properties, all things are different in small places. When you go to a large area, large variety you will see different types of plants, species, microorganism. There are several types of microorganisms are there which is not we are not able to see with our naked eye. ठीक है, but we can see the microorganisms with the help. microorganism with the help of microscope. Obviously, if you visit a dense forest, ठीक है, ये तो आसपास के locality की बात हो गई. If you are going to visit a dense forest, a variety of organism you will find. Variety of organism you will find that you will see would increase. See much greater number of and kinds of organism in it. Each species, the number of species are known and described. Their range between 1.7 to 1.8 million. Okay, the number of species, animal organism that we have seen represent a species. ठीक है, कितने हैं? 1.7 to 1.8 million of varieties are there. ठीक है, species के. This is refers as biodiversity, or the number and the types of organism present on the earth. We should remember here that we explore new areas and even old ones. New organism are continuously being identified. बता नहीं सकते आप लोगों को, ऐसे अभी 14 million organisms are there who are being to be discovered. They are already present in the earth crust, but they are not discovered. Identification is not there. उनका naming नहीं हुआ है. Naming is not there. So this is called as biodiversity. Bio means life, diversity means vast variety of living. Different varieties of living. So this is called as biodiversity. ठीक है, ऐसे बहुत सारे organism है. 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms are there which is already identified. Okay, but 14 million organisms are there which is still to be discovered. They are waiting to be discovered. ठीक है, Amazon rain forest है, वहाँ पे बहुत ऐसे organism है, about 4 or 5 millions. They are still to be discovered. So this is called as a biodiversity. Okay, now as started earlier, there are millions of plants and animals to the world. We know the plants and animals in our own area by their local names. ठीक है, ये proper phenomena है. The plants and animals which are present in our locality, we know them with their proper local names. Okay, rose, dog, cat, mango tree, neem tree. Okay, this is the local name in our local area which we used, and we know the names. These local names would vary from place to place. In India, the mango tree is called mango tree. If you go to US, maybe name is changed, dog name is changed. Okay, the name should be vary from place to place. Okay, even within a country, probably you would recognize the confusion that would be created if we do not find way and means to talk each other refer to the organism we are talking about. This is so. It is obvious to one if we go from one country to another country, that name will be vary. But in the same country, this problem is created. You will probably not know you are talking about which thing. Okay, when you go from one place to another place in the same country, this confusion will create. ठीक है, ये बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो जाता है. सेम कंट्री में रहने पे भी हम एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाते हैं तो नाम तुरंत चेंज हो जाते हैं, वैराइटीज चेंज, वो किसी का भी हो, प्लांट्स एनिमल्स की बात नहीं हो रही, किसी भी चीज़ का हो, ये प्रॉब्लम बहुत होता है. दिस प्रॉब्लम विल अराइज, डेफिनेटली दिस प्रॉब्लम विल अराइज. सो देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, कैसे सॉल्व होगा? तो आंसर भी है, नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल. सो हेंस देयर इज अ नीड to standardize the naming of living organism, such a particular organism known the same at the all over the world. So there should be a naming should be there for the particular organism, so it can be named as that in all over the world. ठीक है, एक नाम से हर जगह वो लोग इंसान बन. अब जैसे आपकी क्लास में धारणी, धारणी का नाम, बहुत सारी धारणी होंगी स्कूल में अलग अलग जगह पे, बट धारणी राठौर, डॉटर ऑफ डैश राठौर, तो हम तुरंत उसको रिकॉग्नाइज कर लेंगे कि हाँ, दिस इज धारणी राठौर फ्रॉम जांजगीर. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, सी स्टडीड इन गुरुकुल इंटरनेशनल स्कूल, हम लोग उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द नेमिंग. ठीक है, द नेम शुड बी वन इन ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज नोमेनक्लेचर. that is called as nomenclature. This process is called as nomenclature. We gave the name, it is a pencil. ठीक है, pencil नाम दे दिए. All over the world this name should be there. If you go to US, Russia, China, America, कहीं भी जाओगे, you will ask about the pencil. So shopkeeper give you this. इसका nomenclature हो गया. यह पेंसिल ही कहलाएगा. No one can change this. Okay, this is called nomenclature. Obviously, nomenclature is naming is only possible when the organism is described correctly and we know to what organism the name is attached to. This is called identification. Nomenclature कब होगा? जब तक हम उसको आइडेंटिफाइड नहीं कर देंगे. Until we identified the organism, we correctly described it, identified, then the nomenclature should be possible. Name हम कब करते हैं किसी को? जब तक हम उसको आइडेंटिफाइड नहीं करते. When we identified it, then the nomenclature should be possible. ठीक है, first identification, then nomenclature. Okay, अगर मान लो there is a group of animals. Group of animals are there, 4 cows, 2 dogs, goat, buffalo. If we don't know the names, how it is possible to classify them? Naming हो गया possible. अब मान लो हम लोग को दूसरी वैरायटी एक काऊ मिल गया, बट अब हमको नहीं पता रहता कि काऊ है, तो हम उसको डिस्क्राइब करेंगे कि इसका कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या है. ओके, हाँ, दिस इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ काऊ, दीज आर द काऊ गिव अस मिल्क, मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है. तो ये आइडेंटिफिकेशन हुआ. सो द एनिमल्स ग्रुप्ड इनटू द एनिमल नेम काऊ. ठीक है, तो आइडेंटिफिकेशन इज नेसेसरी, so the nomenclature, naming should be there. When we identified the organism carefully, then it should be grouped into, classified into the category and named. Nomenclature and identification, two important characteristics are there. Okay, nomenclature and identification. Further, then classification, order, species, everything should be there. ठीक है, identification and nomenclature, these are the two important terms for any living organism. It would be discovered. When it is discovered, identification should be there, then nomenclature should be there. पहले हम उसको identified करेंगे, फिर उसका naming करेंगे. Okay, students, hope you will all understand the topic clearly. Further, we will discuss all the things into our next class. In brief, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके इसलिए पढ़ा रही हूँ कि ये जो चैप्टर है थोड़ा सा लेंदी है और टफ है. स्टार्ट हुआ है तो स्मॉल पोर्शन को क्लियर करेंगे, समझ में आ जाएगा. वी विल डेफिनेटली, यू विल ऑल डेफिनेटली लर्न. ओके, वॉट एवर द प्रॉब्लम यू हैव रिलेटेड टू दिस टॉपिक्स, आस्क मी. आई एम हियर फॉर यू ऑल. ओके, थैंक यू and enjoy your class.